Power energy, oh yeah. ECC before, yeah, yeah. Long time, boy. Celebrating 40, yeah, yeah. Long time, boy. Feel the rhythm, feel the vibes. 40, 40, long time. Feel the rhythm, feel the vibes. With the CCB for a lifetime. Always coming through fast. A central bank to trust. 40 with no fuss. Can't wait for 40 plus. Education, 40 plus. Wealth creation, 40 plus. Transformation, 40 plus. The CCB protects you and me. In each and every ECC you country. Regional brilliance and vigilance, oh yeah. ECC before, yeah, yeah. Long time ago. Celebrating 40, yeah, yeah. Long time boy. Feel the rhythm, feel the vibes. 40, 40, long time. Feel every day, feel the vibe. With the CCB for a lifetime. ECCB, our financial guide. Side by side, we go match with pride. ECCB, our financial guide. Side by side, we go match with pride.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Today is Friday, November 10, 2023, and you're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you for joining the program. A pleasant morning to all of our listeners in St. Kitts and Nevis and those in the diaspora. Special good morning to my family listening from St. Martin, Tampa, Florida, and New York in the great USA. Thank you so much for joining the program today. Of course, we take a look at the top stories regionally, locally, regionally, and internationally. On the local scene, two reputable regional and international financial institutions recently paid courtesy calls on Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. Across the region, Guyanese President Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali announced new initiatives today that will see graduate teachers receive higher salaries and allowances. It will take effect December 1st, 2023, where all graduate teachers will receive the maximum salary applicable for the post they currently occupy. And on the international scene, surgeons in New York say they have performed the world's first complete eye transplant on a man, although it is not certain he will regain vision. Aaron James, who survived a high-voltage electrical accident, underwent 21 hours of surgery that replaced half of his face. Experts have called the breakthrough a pivotal moment in the quest to restore sight of millions of people. These are the top stories, and thank you so much for joining me on The Edge for Friday, November 10th, 2023. Thank you so much. The numbers to call later on in the program are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. We are also live on ZIZ TV, ZIZ's Facebook page, and ZIZ's YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. Today, I want to bring something to you and, of course, get your feedback, views, and opinions on this. And it is a topic that is rather interesting, and it's always good to hear different views on this one. And of course, it's a topic that has mixed views. Now, it has to do with the payment of double salaries in St. Kitts and Nevis, and this is something that has been going on for quite a number of years, where usually around the festive season, December, the government would pay out a double salary, and so you receive a second salary at the year end. And people usually use this salary to either catch up on bills, to buy gifts and presents, and host parties for their friends and family. And others, you do what you want. It's your double salary and you enjoy it. And so it has become, I think, a norm, or something that people are accustomed to. You know that whenever December is coming, you can expect a double salary, because it's been going on for quite some time. Of course, every year there is a debate whether people should receive, and when I say people who are employed by the government, that is the federal government and the Nevis Island administration. So every year there is a debate on whether people should receive a double salary. On one hand, there is an argument about people getting double salary, government workers getting double salary, and they're not being productive, and they're not, living up to the standards and really, putting in, right? And on the other hand, others argue, well, it is our money, because making reference to months that have 5 weeks in it, and so, it's a whole bunch of back and forth. But I love listening to the conversations that have been had on this whole topic of trying to justify, or the justification of paying a double salary, and the reasons why. Some say it boosts economic activity. Of course, if you get an extra, if you're accustomed to making $2,000 or $3,000 a month and you get an extra, then you probably might go and spend it at a hardware store or at the grocery store, or you might go and pay up on some of your bills, right? But a big argument every year about whether double salary should be paid. I have noticed that if there is the slightest hint that that is not going to be paid, then of course, there's a lot of, what's going on here. But I want to hear from you, your thoughts and views on this. In September, we received, it was September. In September, we received a $1,000 bonus, which was paid through the St. Christopher Nevis Social Security Board. And of course, that too gathered some feedback and reaction. Some persons were of the view that the payment of the $1,000 is better than just paying a section of the population. And that is how people view the payment of a double salary. Why not try to touch every household, or as much as you can? The other argument to that could be, well, most people in St. Kitts and Nevis are employed, or maybe you have a brother, a sister, a family member, somebody employed by the government. And so if a double salary is paid, maybe you don't work for the government, but you have somebody who's close to you and who assists you financially working for the government. It is 8 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining the conversation for today. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue, and we'll open up the phone lines very early to allow callers to participate in the discussion. Let's take this break, and we'll be right back.
ZIZ Radio, entertaining the nation, enjoyed by the world.
Are you ready to experience the ultimate in sports? Ultra TV from the cable brings you more where it matters. Get ready for an adrenaline-pumping season as Ultra TV brings you the English Premier League like never before. Feel the excitement, the passion, and the goals as the best teams battle exclusively on C Sport, channels 97 and 96. Caribbean Premier League cricket action is on. Let's watch Sportsmax channels 99 and 98, and let's go Patriots. Don't miss out. Get the ultimate in sport with Ultra TV, English Premier League, CPL, and more where it matters. The cable gives you the best value with Ultra TV. Enjoy all this entertainment for just $60. Visit our website, www.thecable.net. Come to our office or give us a call, 465-2588 to subscribe. The Cable, giving you more where it matters. Terms and conditions apply.
'Tis the season to be merry with ZIZ Radio and Television Broadcasting Network. And what a better way to make your business stand out than by spreading holiday cheer to your potential customers with our spectacular Christmas package designed to help your business shine during this festive season. We'll tailor our advertising solutions to match your unique business needs. Whether you are a cozy local shop, a trendy online store, or a bustling service provider, we've got something special for you. Plus, our packages are incredibly cost-effective, allowing you to get the most value for your marketing budget. But that's not all. When you choose our Christmas packages, you get ear-catching radio and eye-catching television spots that will keep your business on everyone's mind. Social media campaigns that will keep your followers engaged and excited. So what are you waiting for? This Christmas, make your business the star of the show and give your customers a reason to celebrate. Call us at 465-2621, 465-2622, or visit our sales and marketing department to learn more about our Christmas packages. Together, let's make this holiday season truly magical for your business. Merry Christmas and happy business to you.
Welcome back to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you so much for joining the conversation for today. It's Friday, the best day of the week, November 10, 2023. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are just joining, I throw out a topic, double salary, the payment of double salary in St. Kitts and Nevis, and bonus pay, and the whole idea of it and why it is done, and the feedback, the pros and the cons, those who are for, those who are against. Let me just say for the record and for the avoidance of doubt that I am not here to bash people who work for the government and say you should not receive a double salary. That is not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get from our listeners what are their thoughts and their views on the topic, while of course presenting the information that I have here with me. So the phone lines are open now and we are welcoming your calls. We have no callers as yet, but the numbers are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Now, bonuses or double salaries, it's payments that are made to employees to reward them usually for good performance, and the main objective of a bonus is to increase and maintain an employee's productivity. And so it is expected that if you're accustomed to giving them an average of, let's say, $500, and you give them an extra 2, 3, 4, whatever, a bonus, it is anticipated or expected that this employee is going to put more into the work. This employee is going to be more dedicated. Let me stick a pin and we will take our first call for this morning. Caller, good morning and welcome to the program. Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
You hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, hearing you now.
All right.
You see how much problem we have in this country here with telephone?
That's technology.
Yes, I'm going to show you something now. What I see with a lot of people in St. Kitts, it seems like we like to have people from overseas owning what we in St. Kitts supposed to own. Now the telephone company started with Senkis Telephone Company. And then they went to cable and wireless. Cable and wireless. And then from cable and wireless, they went to Scantel. And from Scantel, they went to Lime. And from Lime now to Flow. And you're going to tell me, you put on $10 on your cell phone. When your $10 time is up, then your phone embarrasses you in a conversation. Click. And first thing you hear people, he money run out, she money run out. But then you have your landline, which you pay once per month. If you want to use it for one call and then you pay for that, you pay. But whatsoever you call you use on your landline, you pay for that. But then the kind of thing they have here now, if you owe Southeast Peninsula and you want to call somebody down in Sandy Point, the call going all the way out of St. Kitts up to the island where they got the home base for the phone to come back to talk to the person in Sandy Point. When you look, you're talking to the phone, on the phone, your landline, for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, cling, you cut out. And then who don't know is a landline, they're going to say, she money run out, think it's a cell phone. That is embarrassing. That's not supposed to be. And why I'm saying this, that I think, businesses in St. Kitts should have been able to take over the telephone company and let the base of it stay in St. Kitts. But they like to see things go and start here and people also come and buy it and done with it. Look at the bottling company where we had here. A lot of people was employed up here. And they sell out that. And now they're taking up their warehouse for products made overseas to come here when we had our own here. Well, anyway, enough of that. In the Bible says, who don't work, you ain't supposed to eat. A lot of people ain't working honestly for the money and they want double salary. And then those people who are working for what you call Kuzu size of money, I don't think it is fair for them to get double salary. Give them something but not double.
What the size of money you say it is? What you say?
Kuzu. You're gonna tell me culture you're working for 11,000 a month or 10,000 a month, and then you the one working for $350 a month, a week. Me gonna get double me big Kuzu's money, and you with a little $350. Both of us have to stand up to the same cash register to pay for the chicken where we buy in the supermarket. And when you look, you want to eat something good for your birthday or Christmas. You can't afford it because your money is small. But Mr. Kuzo salary, he could triple up and tell you, well, come by me, come eat.
Right, lobster and some steak and so, right?
Exactly. But we ain't got no steak. You got to eat your chain. Something right. And the last thing I'm going to say quickly.
All right.
When people leave the island and go wheresoever they go, and you're working, comply to the rules and regulation in that country.
Yes.
I work with some people in the VI. And when they get paid for it, and they tell the boss, no trouble me tower have money, no take out nothing. Okay, for it, they get all the money, they put it in the pocket, they go nyam them off. And tomorrow or next week now, something happen, they ain't able to go work. They ain't got nothing to lean upon. When you go in a country to work, or you come here in St. Kitts to work, pay your social security if you're working. Because when you're done, nobody know what tomorrow hold. The Bible says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, because thou knowest not what tomorrow may bring. And when tomorrow come in, and Mr. Sickness or whatsoever, throw you down and you're not able to go work, they want to go by social security. For what they not put in there.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Devon.
And thank you, caller, for your contribution to the program. It is 18 minutes past, and you're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Let's head back to the phone lines, and we'll take this call.
Good morning.
Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Mr. Cornelius,
yes.
Speaking to the double salary and the others.
Okay.
Now, like you rightfully said, right? I agree with you, and most people would have realized it, that there is no such thing as what we call a double salary. we get an extra salary.
Yeah.
Because of when, as you said, you're adding up of the extra week in every month, or the extra days in every month, that it comes up to a salary, of the amount of a salary. And that is true. And I wouldn't stand here or sit here for a moment and say that I don't think the government should increase the salary. But let me engage you for a moment.
Sure.
How does this salary increase go? Can the government just go and give a salary increase, or it has to go through processes?
I think they first have to, so they're going to look at the pay scale. They have to have consultations with the different ministries and departments, and they have to do a study to see how productive employees are. It's just like a small business. If you're going to raise salary, you have to look at your income and the expenditure. So the same thing for the government. The government has to look at whether they're making enough money to increase the wage bill.
So what you would have just said to me, I understand what you would have just said to me. It is not solely a government decision to increase the salary.
No. There are external factors.
Yes, yes. So when people are going to get and say, oh, the government don't want to give a double, and the government don't want to increase, they don't want to give a double. A double, the government try giving payment twice a month. That would have eliminated the extra days in the month if you get paid on 2 specific days. Folks don't want that. They want a double salary, or they think the government should increase. But like I said, what you just said to me, it is not a government call. It could be a government recommendation. Am I right?
Yes, to some extent, yes. So at the end of the day, the buck stops with the government. But there are other things that they must consider before just getting up and paying out an extra salary like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I said, Mr. Cornelius, I say it already and I say it again here. It's the hypocrisy in us, in us, why we sometimes say what we say, right? And I believe that the government means well. They're doing well for the country. And I don't see why people tend to want to be clattering for something that we celebrated 40 years of independence just in September last year. And the things that we have gotten for 40th anniversary, we never get them in all the years of our being independent in terms of prime minister. Prime minister, we had a prime minister before Prime Minister Joe, and people now clattering that we should do this and this should be done and that should be done. I think Dr. Joe is doing his best, and I commend him, and I just want to, encourage the persons to understand that things does not happen just by saying it. As you said, we have to go to consultation, and consultation takes a process. Thank you very much.
Caller, thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's take a break, and we will be right back to continue the conversation here on The Edge and ZIZ Radio. We'll be right back. Okay. Do you have any more callers, you said? No more callers on the line? You can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Let me thank those callers for their contribution on the topic. So the payment of a double salary, and this is not just in the government or the public service system, but in any organization. If you're accustomed to paying your workmen and women $350 a week, and this week is Christmas, this week is something special coming up, and you want to give them an additional $100 or $150, you have to look at your income and expenditure, and you look at your books and you say, okay, I would be able to afford this bonus or this increase. But it's not just the case where you just get up and pay. I think for the government's case, the Minister of Finance, who is the Prime Minister, has to meet with the technocrats in the Ministry of Finance, such as the Financial Secretary, the Accountant General, and for them to look at the public's purse and say, okay, we have an extra $2 put aside. We could tap into that $2 and make the payment. Right? And I think that is the case. But I am not here to knock it. I'm here to get views and opinions on the topic. Let us head back to the phone lines and we will take some more calls. Caller, good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Devonne.
Yes, welcome.
Yeah, the double salary, and everybody uses that term, so we won't quibble about whether it's double or additional.
Yes, double.
But it has been consistently applied annually in recent times. Huh?
Yes.
And it has become so ingrained that everybody regards it not as a bonus, but as an entitlement, I think.
Yes.
No. Yeah. And because so much of our workforce is employed by government, it is an extremely popular measure, and many will be disappointed if they don't receive it. In addition, the double salary has become somewhat of a barometer on how the government is doing. Right? It's like an unofficial, actually, indicator of the health of the government books. And if it is not paid, people are going to draw the conclusion that the government does not know how to manage its affairs, rightly or wrongly.
Interesting point.
Yeah. You know, it's important to note, too, that bonuses are standard practice in the private sector. The difference, I think, though, is that these bonuses are tied either to individual or collective productivity and effort. Okay? And in that sense, it's really fair. It's really a fair distribution of what I want to call it, profits or whatever, largesse or whatever. Okay? Because it's like you earn it. You know, it's not just given to you. I think what happened around independence when the Social Security contributors got that one-time payment of $1,000 set a kind of a precedence in the sense that if it's going to be regarded as a stimulant for the economy, that is probably a better stimulus than, let's say, giving civil servants a double salary. Because for one thing, it widens the participation in that. You know, more people get it, all right? And also, to go to a previous caller's point, somebody who's making $10,000 a month and gets double salary, somehow it doesn't seem fair that somebody else who probably making just $3,000 a month would get much less. Okay, all things being equal. I mean, somebody with $10,000 more likely to save much of the bonus, whereas somebody with making $3,000 would probably spend it. Okay, so if it's a stimulant we're looking for, it's probably better to spread it wider. You know, it seems more fair to do it that way. But, you know, it really should be that bonus should be tied to your productivity.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and again, I'm not knocking, but if I'm to be completely honest, you do have some workers, they're not productive at all. They do, and I'm saying this boldly, they do absolutely nothing. They
do the minimum.
Nothing.
You know, people who go above and beyond should be rewarded. Should definitely be rewarded for that, for the extra effort. Okay, but that involves, I mean, of course, making sure that the appraisal systems and so on are working properly. That the employees know that, well, we can get, like for instance, in our company that I used to work for, used to call it a bonus opportunity. So very early o'clock in the year, you know that you can make so much if you do such and such and such. And at the end of the year, you look to see if you did meet your goals and so on and targets, and you get rewarded according to according to those targets and goals that you met. You know, but to me that is a much fairer system. Yeah, it's more complicated, yes, I know, but it is definitely a more fairer system. But we'll wait and see if there's still time. So, like I said, there's a lot of pressure on the government to pay something because, you know...
It's anticipated.
It's highly anticipated, yes. And it's been, like I said, been paid consistently over the last however many years. You know, no government would want to be, well, the first to announce that, sorry, no bonus, no extra salary this year. You know? Okay then.
All right, Carla, thank you for your contribution. You know, when you look at private sector organizations, they have systems in place where they pay bonuses according to productivity. And so they're looking at a specific department or unit within that business, and they're looking at employees X and Y and A, B, and C, and they're saying, okay, these specific employees have been performing extremely well, and they've been going above and beyond, and so we are going to pay an extra bonus or whatever the case is. In some other organizations, that is not usually the case. They look at the team effort and they say, okay, this team within this department has been very productive and has been producing results for the company, has been increasing our income, and so we're going to give back to them. It is 11:31. The calls are still coming, so we'll take this call.
Morning.
Caller, good morning. Welcome to the program.
This thing about bonuses. Government private sector supposed to have a mechanism where people are merited, not bonus. Merited, those who perform. The high performers should get what you call merit. And some of the people like in government and also private sector who are qualified with certain number of subjects relevant to what they do, they should be paid for them. But normally bonuses you got to give everybody. You can't give some and left some. And the bonus is normally based on your production. Your annual production of what we're doing. But in addition to that too, trade unions normally have an agreement with establishments that they pay a certain percentage per year. It happened in the sugar industry, and it happened in some of these factories up there. So you are mixing up between them, you know. You are mixing them up. They have a special name that I can't remember, but it's really like a merit in industry, private sector. The high performers would get, like somebody mentioned, people go far and beyond. These are the people who should get merits, not bonus. Bonus is for everybody because they're part of the entity, whether you're not a high performer, whether you're a high performer or not. With the double salary thing, my I don't know.
Yeah,
my thing with that is that, like I think you said, the previous caller, it doesn't go far enough. Because I believe that Social Security pensioners should be able to get something too.
I think they also benefit, you know. I stand to be corrected, but I think they benefit.
They can't make, unless it's legislated, they can't make private sector people pay any double salary.
Right,
they could ask them, they could encourage them. Okay?
Yes.
But we still got to be careful with all of this, you know. I remember Greece. The country of Greece used to pay government employees 2 bonuses per year. And then a few years ago, about 10 years ago or so, they ran into the red. They reached INF to bail them out, and they also had the European Union to bail them out. But they make a dramatic comeback. But then again, you see, government is not a government system is not a productive system. And worse, we see a lot of bad signs here. If you go down there and you see how by the bus ferry terminal down there, and you see how nasty by one of the toilet section is, and they got somebody supposed to be cleaning up around there. It looks like the person that take hour to take an empty plastic bottle out of the water there. The stinking water will need looking after, and so forth. So, and I see places where like they cut up some logs at a certain spot there, but in Stoneford, when they had the heavy rain come down in the river, and they ain't moved them up to now. And that kind of thing. They wonder if you got a health sector, environmental health sector, etc., etc. So many things to see so backward, the government.
All right.
And all around town nasty in some neighborhoods. Because I see some day up to last week and this week, where garbage stop and they ought not to be in the smell. Market Street, Lower Market Street, Central Street, in the area there. So, I don't know.
All right, caller. Well, thank you so much for your contribution to the program. We'll take a break. We have one more caller.
Yeah.
Okay, caller, go ahead. Make your point quickly.
Okay, yeah. Devon?
Yes.
Tell me something. Who is responsible for food agriculture in our country? In the Minister of Agriculture?
Yes.
Okay, and who is responsible for the animals them that destroy the same food which the country has to depend on when tourists ain't come here? Who is responsible for the wild stray animal them?
I don't know the owners of these animals. Well, they're stray animals, so yeah,
right.
maybe don't have an owner.
Okay. Well, those animals that are not tied off fence and they're allowed to roam all over the place, they're causing destruction not only to people farming, they're causing destruction to vehicles and all kind of things. And you hear the Minister of Agriculture coming on talking about greenhouse this and greenhouse that. Well, you know, when we go in school, we had red house, blue house, and greenhouse. And all of them competing against each other. But he ain't talking about curbing the control of these stray animals that destroying people. And for years and months now, people been talking about crying out for dogs biting up the animal and people and two-foot dog thieving the food out the ground, and they can't get this and they can't get that. With the rain just start to come, a lot of people don't lose products because of the rain. We can't help for the rain, but animals, we need those who are in charge, who are responsible for these loose animals, come on the radio and tell the nation what they are doing to stop them. Otherwise, they ain't gonna like what people gonna do to protect the products. We are asking them, Mr. Samuel Duggins, you're gonna talk about you're gonna make Center for the Art and all this thing, and you ain't talking about the animal that were broken on people fence and pipe and all kind of thing and going yard and yam down this and yam up that, and dog running after near go. Come and say something. It is not good. You listen how we come out. We are supposed to come and talk. But we talking and all, getting information and all, and falling up on them. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Sorry, Mr. Devon.
Thank you, Colin, for your contribution. Let's take a break and we'll be right back to continue the conversation.
'Tis the season to be merry with ZIZ Radio and Television Broadcasting Network. And what a better way to make your business stand out than by spreading holiday cheer to your potential customers with our spectacular Christmas package designed to help your business shine during this festive season. We'll tailor our advertising solutions to match your unique business needs. Whether you are a cozy local shop, a trendy online store, or a bustling service provider, we've got something special for you. Plus, our packages are incredibly cost-effective, allowing you to get the most value for your marketing budget. But that's not all. When you choose our Christmas packages, you get ear-catching radio and eye-catching television spots that will keep your business on everyone's mind. Social media campaigns that will keep your followers engaged and excited. So what are you waiting for? This Christmas, make your business the star of the show, and give your customers a reason to celebrate. Call us at 465-2621, 465-2622, or visit our sales and marketing department to learn more about our Christmas packages. Together, let's make this holiday season truly magical for your business. Merry Christmas and happy business to you.
Health-wise on ZIZ TV, Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Hosted by Dr. Malik Lescott, Dr. Jolette Woodley, and Dr. Patrice Lawrence.
RAU, Resources in Abundance for Utilization, invites all to a big sale of household items, appliances, clothing, and electronics on Saturday, 11th November from 6 in the morning on the Sadler's Lawn in Sadler's Village. Pay what you want and take what you need at this big sale where the early birds get the best berries. See you there.
It is 11:40 and welcome back to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Today is Friday, November 10, 2023. Thank you so much for joining the conversation. We have just about 20 minutes left before we wrap up the discussion for today. Now, the whole topic of paying an increase or paying a bonus. It says that rewarding your employees for achieving their goals will improve loyalty to your organization because it shows you recognize the value they add to the company or the business. If you incentivize your people, they feel greater purpose with your company, which is one of the best ways to ensure loyalty. And so, in other words, if year after year after year after year you keep getting a bonus, then you're not going to want to leave that company. You're going to want to work there for the rest of your life and qualify for your pension or whatever other benefits there to be had, right? And so that is the same thing with working for any organization. You keep getting a bonus, you keep getting incentives and rewards, and even as a caller mentioned, merit. You get reward, awards, whatever the case is, and you are now loyal to the company. You prefer to work there because you've been putting in and you have been getting the support from your organization. But there's always a big debate about paying. Now, I do not want to paint all government workers with a broad brush, as some do, by saying all of them are not productive. That is not true. I know this is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me say ticklish conversation. But I am not going to paint all of them with a broad brush. There are some who go above and beyond. There are some who really bring a lot to the table. There are some who do more than what they've been assigned or asked to do. They do a lot. They work hard. They work tirelessly. Some of them live at their workplaces. They only go home to sleep, they bathe, and they go back. So they must be recognized and thank them for their contribution. I think oftentimes we skip over these people and we only miss them until they're gone. It's just like the saying, you never miss the water until the well runs dry. And so we skip over the people who've been making a significant and meaningful contribution to businesses and organizations here, to the civil service. We completely ignore them, maybe because for one or two people who it's like a wash your foot and come business and everybody do as they like, which is rather unfortunate. But the conversation of paying a double salary is always one that is rather interesting, and hearing the different views and opinions on it are important. I like to hear from people, whether they are in support of or not. But there also comes the point that apart from paying a bonus, what about the other programs that have been offered so far? So for this year, we got $1,000 in September. There are other programs such as the PAP and other poverty alleviation programs and school assistance and meals programs and you name it. Now, I saw a screenshot of a post that somebody made the other day, and they were referring to state-funded programs that assist people who are in need, and other programs generally that citizens and residents benefit from. And they were making the point that, we have all of these programs going on, and nobody really stops to question how are these programs being funded and sustained, and year after year we keep applying and getting from these programs. But the minute taxes are to go up, people are like, oh my gosh, this is these programs, they come at a cost. They really come at a cost, and paying the payment of a double salary, of course, and bonuses, they come at a cost. I'm not knocking it, I am just presenting the information, the facts to you. But these things come at a cost. And as one caller put it, there is this sense of entitlement. You've been getting the double salary, let's just give an example, for the past 5 years, 10 years. And so, why should this year come and you don't get one? This is the question that is been out there on people's minds. So I've been getting this double salary year after year after year after year. Why should this year be different? So there's a sense of entitlement, even for people who have not been productive and have not been doing anything, just to be a minimum. And they're the ones who make the most noise. They're the ones who carry on and say, well, we deserve to have this. It is ours. I made the point, and a caller touched on it, about something about months in the year that have 5 weeks. And so it's not necessarily a double salary, but it is an additional. So you are getting what you did not get in the year. That is something that people have also been saying. It's 11:46 and you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you for joining. We have some more callers in the line, so let's go and take
No, I don't want to get on the program.
Caller, good morning and welcome. Okay, we seem to have lost that call. Phone lines are open. Call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Again, the numbers are 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Those are the numbers you call to participate in the discussion for today. We are also live via social media, so you can check out ZIZ's YouTube channel as well as Facebook page and ZIZ TV. And of course, coming up at noon is the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Listen for the latest in what is happening on the national scene, across the region, and in world news. You are listening to The Edge. The topic is the payment of double salaries and whether it should be paid. And you want to hear your thoughts and your views on it. There are people who argue that I don't think so. There are others who say, yes, this is something. No, incentives are an additional payment on top of an employee's normal salary. If an employee achieves their goal, they will receive an extra financial cushion. If your people are achieving goals that bring more money to your organization, why not pay it forward and support their financial wellness? The extra money will help your employees buy assets which can increase their overall well-being, assuming that people use it for that. A more reliable vehicle or a home closer to work are just two examples, okay, that can indirectly benefit an employee's company. Do we have a caller on the line? All right. Bonuses can have a few disadvantages, which will... All right, let me stick up in. We have a caller. A caller, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yes, Mr. Cornelius. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, I'm here listening to your program. personally, and this is my personal view on persons looking forward for a double salary.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think nobody should be looking forward for a double salary. I know some people, you know, they're gonna totally disagree with me.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The reason for saying this is that only in September, well, I must say the majority of persons, you know, who are assigned to Social Security got, the $1,000. You understand?
Yes.
To me, you know, it's very quick again. You see what I mean?
Mm.
And to be paying out another double salary in December, right? I mean, if the government pay it well, so be it. You understand? But I don't think people should be looking out because, you know, I mean, we got to be reasonable, right? Money don't come easy. You understand?
Tell me about it.
Yes, money don't come easy. And not because you name a government, it means that, you know, you can just, you know, go at the back of government headquarters and pick money from off of a tree, you know. It has to come by some way, you know, taxes, you know, the CBI and different stuff, right? Because I'm taking into consideration what the government has given out this year. You had persons, children who going to school, you know, they benefited from some kind of, I think it's $250 something there?
Yeah, $250. $250
right.
Bonus. Voucher, sorry.
Yeah, a voucher. Then you had in December gone, you had the dividend to 8 persons benefit $500 and $250 respectively. And then in June again, I think it was June, you had another $500, right?
Yeah, $250 and $500.
You're right, in June. And then in September, you had this $1,000.
Mm.
I mean, come on, that must be reasonable. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the government, they have to put a lot of other social programs, you know, like the what do you call it, the PAP,
yes. Yes.
You know, they have to, you know, look at the PAP, you know. Other social programs they have to fund. So I think it would be very unreasonable, right? I know I'm gonna get some stick for it. You understand? Because you know where money is concerned and people.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But come on, man. I don't. You know, if the government don't pay a double salary next month, I don't think it should be a big deal. That is just me. You know, I don't think it should be a big deal. Come on. You got a lot of benefits, you know, all up in the year, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, if they pay it, as I said, you know, so be it. But people, come on. That's my contribution, Mr. Cornelius.
Caller, thank you so much for contributing to the program for today. We have another caller. Let's head back to the phone lines.
Yeah, Devon.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna digress a little bit. Now listen here. What do you think if all the people in the world have at least a half a heart of good, a soft heart, and the other half hard? What do you think will happen to the world?
Repeat that.
If everybody in the world have half of the heart soft and the other half hard, what do you think will happen?
I don't think anything will happen. No.
Okay. It will, okay.
It will be balanced.
It would, that's it. It will balance, and it will be equal to how we're going on now.
Yeah, okay.
Because if somebody is falling in a hole and the ball in mud, they want help, and many persons heard the cry, and they go to rescue the person, and they pull out the person. And then when you're done, the person now, the same people who pull out the person out of the hole, they got to pull out that damn key for falling in a gut. That person who was trapped in the hole first, you think they should vex with those who go to rescue the donkey and say that they're stupid and they call them all kind of name? They're not supposed to. Because, sorry, you go ahead, say something.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the same help they cry out for when they're falling in the hole as a human. So not because the donkey can't talk. So what I mean now, the people who go help the donkey, they're going to turn around and abuse them and call them ungrateful and all kind of derogative names. Well, a lot of that is going on. A lot of that going on this earth here today. And it shouldn't be the way. Because ungratefulness is worse than witchcraft, which is obvious. And they better understand that. Those who want to be ungrateful to those who help them. Don't abuse who help you because they go help the poor man like Lazarus. No, don't do it. And I observe it happening regular on talk shows. Devon, thank you so long.
Caller, thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Do we have any more callers? We can facilitate one more before we close the program for today. For those of you who may have just been tuned, who may have just tuned in, you are listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I am your host, Devonne Cornelius. Thank you for joining. Today is Friday, November 10th, 2023. And we were on the topic of the payment of a double salary, and the views and opinions on this have been very interesting, and I appreciate your contribution and feedback to the program. We have one more caller we'll facilitate. Caller, good morning and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good day. Everybody have a way to say what they want to say and what not, but Mr. Bowen, let him stay in his lane. Have a good day.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. It is 11:55. Let me use this opportunity to say thank you so much for joining me on The Edge here on ZIZ Radio for this week. It has been an enjoyable week. The views and opinions shared by the callers are always valued. Sometimes we may not always agree on different things that are shared, but I value your participation. I value your views and opinions, and thank you so much for adding to the entire program and the entire experience. I want you guys to have a restful weekend. Use this weekend to spend time with friends and family. Remember, don't drink and drive. And so if you know you're going to put in some rum tonight and you live in St. Paul's and you're going town to drink some rum, ask a friend to take you home. Don't drive. All right? The end result of that will be nasty. Take my advice. Don't text and drive either. If your phone keep going off, you can't be going 40 miles an hour and engaging in a whole conversation via text. It can't happen. The end result will be nasty. Take my word for it. So I am encouraging you guys, please don't do it. And avoid the unnecessary speeding. If you're late, you're done late. Remember that. All right? I want to leave a quote with you, carry out throughout the weekend. That is, be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. That is from Abraham Lincoln. Until next time, you guys stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. Rest. Don't go so fast and full speed. You've been going all week. It's now time for you to relax. All right? Have a good one.